Elephant Man Podcast Network, grown man conversations dealing with elephants in the room. It's your man, Moray DB. Like, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you can know when new material is coming out. IG Elephant Man _podcast, Facebook / Elephant Man Podcast, YouTube, subscribe with Paleo Hebrew in the top right at the bottom right corner. Blessings to everyone coming in and everyone that's playing on the replay. I did not know that Taya was live right now. I would have slid over there. Matter of fact, I'm going to slide over there after this. Blessings to everybody. Blessings, blessings, blessings. I don't know if you've seen my other live on Sunday, Selective Empathy Part 2. No, Part 3. It wasn't a rant. Just very passionate and compassionate about the things that's taking place. But the Bible has to fulfill itself. Prophecy and scriptures have to fulfill itself. And the Most High, he sits high and looks low, and nothing happens without his hand or without his permission. So praise Yah for Most High Yah for everything that he's doing. He said, dope, bro. That's probably Rainier. When you on the Facebooks like this is how it show up. But when you on the YouTube, then it goes into the chat. My question today, I was talking to my brother. Shout out to Brother Ty. Shout out to Brother Rainier. Shout out to Brother K Webb, comedian K Webb. Shout out to Brother Daryl Riddell. I was asking him a question today, so I said, let me do a quick live and ask a question. But I want you to go on to the Facebook, the Elephant Man Podcast Facebook. I'm sorry, YouTube. Duh. Go to community page. Answer the question. It's sticking today. I don't know because it's raining or what. Question of the day. As a matter of fact, I'm going to copy this into the chat for those who are in YouTube. Question of the day. What do you consider being successful? What do you consider being successful? How do you measure this success? Right? How do you know when you have achieved or reached this goal or level or measure of success? First question, what do you consider being successful? How do you measure this success? How do you know when you have achieved or reached this? Is it a one-time thing? Is it a lifetime thing? Is it over a series of years? What is being successful? How do you know that you reach it? You can share in the comments in the YouTube, but also go right here to this comment page right here and post it. I want to know that. I want to know what's going on with that. I want to know that wasn't me. What wasn't you? Okay, praise Yah. I'm going to share it in the StreamYard YouTube. Let's see. Elephant Man Podcast Network / community. Where's the link? What link? Oh, so if you want to stream, you got to go to the YouTube. You got to go in there. It says Elephant Man Podcast, and then you go into there, and then it's a live going right now. But I don't want to click on that live because it's going to be an echo because I'm going live right now. Blessings to everybody that's in the playback. Blessings to everybody that's coming into the chat. Facebook chat. It's like multiple chats. You got Facebook chat. You got YouTube chat. And then I got the Elephant Man Podcast page chat. Some stuff is going to be only for the Elephant Man Facebook chat. But that's the question. That's the question of the day. Success. What is being successful? Where's the link? You just got to go to the YouTube. But the link, boy, you go to community, or you go to Elephant Man Podcast, go click on community, and then you answer the question. All right? So what is being successful? What is it? So I'm going to read some definitions of it. But I'm still looking for even in the playback. I don't care if you're watching this playback a week from now, 2 weeks from now, type in the chat, the community chat, what do you think successful is? Can't post comments to some destinations. What does that mean? Okay, we know that. All right, so I'm posting this in here. Interesting. The accomplishment of an aim or purpose. there's a thin line between success and failure. So basically, it's an accomplishment of an aim or purpose. My question is, what are you aiming at? What are you aiming towards? Right? What is your purpose? What is your purpose? What is your God-given purpose every day you wake up? What do you want to achieve? Do you wake up to pay bills? That might be a goal. That might be you be successful and say, yo, I go to work and I work hard and I pay my bills. Is it to have health? Is it to have family? Tell me what you think being successful is. I'm going to share these different things as we go as well, right? I don't think there's no right or wrong answer, right? It's almost relative sometimes, right? So I think sometimes we do the scripture like that. We say, okay, love the Most High. Okay, bet. Everybody got a different idea of what that looked like. Keep his commandments, obey him. Okay. And I'm not making light of the commands or anything, but what does that look like? Depending on your cultural background, your experiences, what does that look like, right? Because person A can be like, all right, I'm obeying the Most High by doing A, B, C, X, Y, Z. Person B might be like, yo, you ain't doing it right. Or I'll do it this way. This is the right way, right? But I digress from that because we're not talking about that. We're talking about success. What does it mean to be successful? How do you know when you've reached that success, right? I'm going to share another. I just pulled up some different comments when I was looking it up, okay? So I'm going to share this next one. All right, let's see. Paste. Is it going to paste all in there? It might not all paste in there. Okay. Oh, man. What is success? Success is when you reach your aim or purpose. Those who are successful have achieved or currently working to achieve their greatest desires in life, career, and individuals. I don't know what the "and individuals" mean. So what is your definition of success? All right, this is a pop-up live. It's just something that was on my brain. I'm going to have me some coffee in a minute. All right, it says success is a relative term. If you achieve what you want and are happy, then I think that is success. It could be applied to life in general or to individual tasks in life, right? A college student with the mobility impairment, by definition of success, is achieving personal goals wherever they may be, right? True success means staying true to a deeper sense of purpose, despite deviating from a superficial societal norm. It means finding joy in suffering. Wow, that's deep. It means having the courage to pursue one's own journey when confronted by the fear of uncertainty. Dang, that's heavy. Okay, and then we got some biblical biblical chiming in as far as success. From the Most High standpoint, success means walking in his way. The Bible asks, what does the Most High Abba require of you? But to fear the Most High, walk in his ways, love him, and serve the Most High Yah with all your heart and soul. Deuteronomy 10:12. Deuteronomy 10:12. That's interesting. Very, very interesting. Very, 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 very interesting. So you guys can share some of that. Okay, Elephant Man Podcast Network, community, YouTube. Did you share? Who shared this? Okay. Well, I'll figure that out in a second. Next one. In Matthew 6:33, Yahushua says the sure path to good success is to seek his kingdom and his righteousness first, and other things will be added unto us. Good success. This is interesting. I'm gonna paste this one in there. Let me share this in here. This is very interesting. Very, very interesting. The question is, for those who coming in, what is being successful? How do you know you're successful? How do you know how do you measure? How do you know when you are successful? There's no wrong answer, right? Oh, it looked like it went on two of them. Dang, I ain't gonna share it. I'm gonna share part of it. Then I'm gonna share the other part. Matthew 33, Yahushua says the short path to good success is to seek his kingdom and righteousness, and other things will be added unto us. Good success is obedient to Yah, empowered by the Spirit. This is the second part. It didn't pace it off. Motivated by the love of Yah and directed toward the advancement of the kingdom. Wow, that's a mouthful. That went on 2 lines. What good success is. Some people think the good success is that, right? You can put in the chat what you think it is, right? Make sure you go to the page too and share. Right on this page right here, go to Elephant Man Podcast on YouTube. Go to Community tab. That first question, you should be able to share. Okay. Now here I'm gonna read some scriptures too. Right, and I think even Solomon, he had a very interesting life, because a lot of times we think, man, if I just had this, if I was just tall, if I was just short, if I was just fat, if I was just skinny, if I was just rich, if I was just so-called black, if I was just so-called white, my life would be different, right? If I just had more bread, this, that, and the other. But Solomon got a chance to experience all of that, right? One of the richest, if not the richest, king in the world, right? Wives and concubines and all kind of stuff, right? He just had all kind of stuff, and went everywhere. There was no expense money coming. He could buy anything he wanted. And then when he got to the book of Ecclesiastes at the end of his life, I said, man, it's all vanity, right? I'm living on all of this stuff. I'm doing all of this stuff. And then once it's time for me to go to the ground, I got to pass it on to my sons, my daughters, somebody else, right? It's all vanity. So he's saying, fear the Most High Yah and keep his commandments. Again, that sounds real basic. So we ask the Most High Yah, how do we reverence him or acknowledge him and keep his commandments, right? How do we keep him on the seat of our heart, right? We're still talking about what is success. There's no right or wrong answer, but we're just chewing the fat when it comes to this, right? Okay, so I'm going to read some Bible verses. All right. Proverbs 16:3. Commit to the Most High whatever you do, and he will establish your plans. Proverbs 16:3. Commit to the Most High whatever you do, and he will establish your plans. Jeremiah 29:11, very popular. Matter of fact, let me project these. Stop sharing that. Present these. Then we're gonna get on the body count. Jeremiah 29:11. For I know the plans I have for you, declare the Most High, plans to prosper you and not to harm you, plans to give you hope and a future. Another translation said expected end, right? Proverbs 3:5-6. Trust in the Most High with all your heart. Lean not to your own understanding, but all your ways submit to him. And another translation says acknowledge him. He will make your path straight. That's powerful. The Most High is in the past, present, and future at the same time. He's in all 3 places at the same time. So he's batting 1,000. He knows what's coming up. Nothing happens without his hand and permission. And also, nothing throws him off, right? So we go seek him, and then he's going to give us the right direction to go. Because sometimes we might say, man, this is a sting, this is a lick, this is a come up, this is a good idea. But is it good enough? Is this good for me to pursue this, right? And then if he tell you, don't pursue it, no matter how much of a come up it sounds and look like, we shouldn't pursue it. Because we're going to waste time, talent, and treasure, right? You know the end from the beginning. Joshua 1:8. Keep the book of the law on your lips. Meditate on it day and night so that you may be careful to do everything written in it. Then you will be prosperous and have success. So in Joshua 1:18 say, keep the book of the Most High. 1 Chronicles 22:13. Then you will have success if you are careful to observe the decrees and the laws of the Most High. The Most High gave Moses for Israel. Be strong and courageous. Do not be afraid or discouraged. And I always talk about my hills and my valleys, right? It goes up and down sometimes, right? Privacy, shalom, blessings. One of the question is, what is success? What does success look like? How do you know you have obtained success? We just typing it in the chat. We type it in the community comments page on the Facebook page too. What does it look like? And we just reading different scriptures. Psalms 37:4-5. Take delight in the Most High. He will give you the desires of your heart. Commit your way to the Most High. Trust in Him, and He will do His will. This scripture, because we always say, "Yo, man, we only got 24 hours in a day, right? Flesh, I'm gonna do the Most High will and my will, right?" But Yahushua pattern, he said, "Abba Yah, if it be your will, let this cup pass from me. Nevertheless, not my will, but your will be done." Also, I remember when Kepha was out fishing. He's fishing by trade, right? He know when they're biting, how to cast the nets. He was a quote-unquote professional. That's what he did, right? And he was fishing all day, all night. Couldn't catch nothing. Yahushua like, "Yo," and just paraphrase it, "Can we use your boat for service?" Right? And he's like, "Yeah, might as well. Shoot, we ain't catching no fish in that. We ain't doing nothing." So he went out. Yahushua ministered. Then he said, "Now that we used your boat for ministry, right? Cast your nets," with an S, with a plural, right? S, more than one nets. He said, "Okay, I've been fishing day and night, Most High, but you know what? I'm going to go and do it." Call himself being obedient, but he wasn't really obedient because he cast one net. And it said the net was so full of fish that it was breaking, and he had to call the other boat over to help bring the net in. And then he had to repent, right? So even sometimes in our professional expertise, experience, and all thy ways acknowledge him, he would direct thy path. He'll show us exactly what we need to do and how we need to do it. All right. Psalms 1 and 2 and 3. Psalms 1 and 2 and 3. Psalms 1, 2, and 3. But those who delight in the law of the Most High and who meditate on His law day and night, that person is like a tree planted by the streams of water, which yields its fruit in season, and whose leaves will not wither. Whatever they do shall prosper. Praise the Most High Yah. We're going to read 5 more. Deuteronomy 20:4. For the Most High, your Abba, is one who goes with you, to fight for you against your enemies, to give you victory. This is one of the things that the enemy didn't like. Hasatan didn't like when we was in right standings and obedient and reverential fear of the Most High Yah, because he couldn't do nothing. It don't matter if the armies were stronger, and believe me, some of the armies had some advanced weaponry for that day, and they couldn't touch the children of Israel. That when we was in right standings with the Most High Yah. Exodus 14:14. The Most High will fight for you. You only need be still. Wow, that's heavy. Colossians 3:23. Whatever you do, work at it with all your heart, as working for the Most High and not for human masters. So whatever you do, you put your all into it, your whole mind, will, and emotions into it. And even if it ain't the Most High, you do it as unto the Most High. Sometimes you pray, you ask for a gig or whatever, and the first couple of months, couple of weeks, you're excited about it, right? But sometimes it might get laborious, or some things might happen there, or something might have transpired and took place, and now you ain't no more grateful no more for that gig. You ain't thankful no more, right? I'm not saying strive and want more, right? But I'm saying that gig was an answer to prayer. Until you transition to the next gig, be faithful steward, right? As unto the Most High Yah, right? And sometimes he send the different things on our gigs and our jobs to test us, to sharpen us, to strengthen us, right? If there's no darkness, how can we share our light? right? If we don't have nothing going on, then how can we know if we're patient, if we're showing the fruit of the Spirit? Mark 9:23. If you can, said Yahushua, everything is possible to those who believe, right? We got to believe. We got to believe the Most High Yah. Praise Yah. All right. 1 Corinthians 15:5-8. Therefore, my dear brothers and sisters, stand firm. Let nothing move you. Always give yourself fully to the work of the Most High, because you know that your labor of the Most High is not in vain. Right? The labor of the Most High is not in vain. Remember, I told you earlier what Solomon, he came to the end of his life and said, all is vanity. It's all vanity, right? But your labor for the Most High is not vain. That's great success. Your labor for the Most High is not in vain. The enemy try to have you flip it on his page doing his stuff, and then you get to the end of your life and be like, man, I've wasted my whole life, right? But the labor of the Most High, the things of the Most High, the things that he ordained is not in vain. I'm not just talking about busy, because sometimes we think if we do a church activity, then it must be the will of the Most High. We say his name a few times and do a church activity. I'm not against it either, right? So I'm just saying we have to make sure we focus on the things of the Most High, right? And make sure it's his will, you know what I mean? Because you can be busy doing religious things, that does not mean that it is his will. Be confident in this. He that who begun a work in you will carry on to the completion until the day of Yahushua HaMashiach. So he's doing the work in us. We got to be patient with ourselves. We got to be patient with one another. And I always hear this a lot. Trust the process. You have to trust the process. I heard that from 3 different sources. We got to trust the process, right? Right? It's not overnight. We got to trust the process. We got to be confident that the work that he started in us, he will get his benefits from it, right? All right. I'm sorry, I was reading my phone. Philippians 4:6-7. Do not be anxious about anything, but in every situation by prayer and petition, with thanksgiving, present your request to Yah, and the peace of Yah, which transcends all understanding, will guard your heart and your mind in Yahushua HaMashiach. I might as well read these last 3 then. Psalm 27:7. The Most High is my strength and my shield. My heart trusts in him, and he helps me. My heart leaps for joy, and my song I will praise him. But seek ye first, Matthew 6:33. Seek ye first the kingdom of righteousness, and all these things will be given to you as well. Let us not become weary in good doing, for we will prosper. For at the proper time, we will reap a harvest if we do not give up. That's heavy right there. Reap the proper time, right? It will come to pass, right? You continue to press, right? Consistent and persistent, right? You will reap a harvest if you do not give up, right? We into the farming, we into the gardening and stuff. You will reap a harvest if you do not give up, right? So I'm about to jump off, but go to the site. I put it in there. YouTube at Elephant Man Podcast Network, community tab, question of the day. What do you consider being successful? How do you measure your success below? And I hope you're not weighing by the stuff that I was reading and doing. I mean, really take account of that. Think about it. And then put it right here, your comment right here. Right? Oh, Lex in the building. Retiring in opulent quietude with me and mine. Being able to help everyone that I meet. That's cool. Life becomes one big Groundhog Day to all I encounter. All right, my brother, Lex, give him a heart. Give them a thumbs up. Praise y'all. Make sure y'all go in there and share. All righty. All right. We're going to get on off here. I got to do some, talk to families and family members and talk to plants. And, yeah, they let off oxygen. We let off carbon monoxide. And they need that. They need what we need, and we need what they need. All right. So make sure you don't stand on the table like this lady. What will happen to you? But trust in the Most High with all your heart, mind, and soul. He will direct that path. Elephant Man Podcast Network, Grown Man Conversation, Devil Everson Room. I am out. Perfect.